What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, bringing you another episode of Pokemon X and Y Battle Spot Live 6v6 edition. This is episode number 14, and coming into today's episode, we are sitting at a record of 10-3 after a victory in the last two episodes in a row, I want to say. Maybe 3. I don't really know. I apparently can't keep track of that. We're bringing the same team today, so we're going to see how we're going to do after last episodes. That was just ridiculous. I'm sorry. That battle was... If you haven't watched it, you need to go watch it because it's kind of comical. It's a little bit frustrating and comical at the same time. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. But, yeah, before we get started today, if you can, and if you would like to show some support to the channel, make sure you're clicking that thumbs up button right below this video. It does help out a lot, and you can leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are about life and about Pokemon and about anything you want, because anytime I'm interacting with you guys and you are sharing your thoughts with me, that's what I like. That is what I like a lot. So let's take a look at the team here. We've got kind of like a tankish sets on the Crocodile with Taunt and Stealth Rocks and all that stuff. Special attacking, Boom Burst, Exploud, physically defensive, Salamence, specially defensive Gardevoir. Electrode is just a standard special attacking set with HP Grass, Signal Beam, T-Bolt, and Volt Switch. And then we've got for Alligator, which is a Dragon Dance set, so that kind of can clean up late game depending on how things go, or just sweep the rest of an opponent's team if we can weaken them enough, and all that jazz. So, we shall see. We shall see what we run into today. I don't really know. I don't know what to expect after the last couple of teams that I've gone up against. Some people just bring the most try-hardest things possible, and then some people bring, like, in-game teams. There's very few in between. It's like, it's always one or the other. Very few times have I run into something that's just creative but also competitive. It just doesn't happen a lot. It's surprising. Surprising indeed. Alright, come on, Battle Spot. Find us an opponent. I mean, we are on the special ladder, so, I mean, it does take a while sometimes. You don't always get matched up right away. Sometimes you have to try a couple of times because more people are on singles and doubles than anything else. Come on, you know you want to find us an opponent. You know you want to. There has to be somebody, even maybe somebody from Japan? No, California. Actually, prefer California over Japan because the Japanese players bring all kinds of crazy things. This is a cool team. Talonflame, Scyther, Ferrothorn, Ditto, which can't carry the Choice Scarf, so that's cool. And then Noivern and Scolipede. So we need to watch out for the speed boosting passes into something like Scyther. Let's see. Lots of fast Pokemon here. Very, very fast Pokemon. Scyther, I think it's like base 105. And then Talonflame is 126. Noivern is in the 120s, maybe like 122, something around there. Scolipede is very fast as well and gets speed boost. So we've got some things to deal with here. Definitely got some things to deal with. I would love to get up rocks because... yeah, we need to get up rocks, actually, because 4 of his Pokemon are weak to it, and he's got 2 Pokemon that are going to be 4 times weak to it. So Crocodile's starting things off. If he wants to start off with the Ferrothorn, I'm just going to taunt him so that he can't do anything, basically. He would have to Power Whip us, and we're going to intimidate him, so that's not going to do a whole lot, and it'll just be a good time. It will just be a good time. I need rocks up. That is all I have to say. That is my main strategy here. Get the rocks up, and we should be able to be in an okay position. Hopefully. Hopefully. Ditto's going to start things off. Alright. That actually could be problematic, because he could win the speed tie and taunt us before we can set up Stealth Rocks. So I'm actually going to taunt him first. Hopefully taunt him first. Can we go first? Is that a thing? We can, so we're going to taunt him. So he can't taunt us, and he can't set up rocks, because I don't want rocks up on my side of the field. Yep, he tried to go for the Stealth Rock, so that's perfect. And now we can set up Stealth Rocks. And it'll be a good time. We are intimidated, so we will need to switch out, and he's probably going to switch out here too. I'm guessing. No, he's going to go for the knockoff, which does nothing and would not do anything to any of my Pokemon, really, because none of them are carrying items. So, in this situation, having knockoff is actually paying off. It actually is. Let's see, what do I want to go into? I really don't have much, actually. I don't have much that I want to go into. If he wants to go for the EQ, I can bring in Salamence pretty safely. Because he's intimidated. Unless he just copies my boosts, in which case he was at neutral and then intimidated me afterwards. So that could be problematic. Definitely, definitely problematic. I don't know if we can kill this with the Feraligatr, actually. So I think what I want to do is... yeah, we're going to go out into X-Cloud. If he wants to go for the EQ, so be it. I'm pretty sure that we can take a hit and then fire off a Boom Burst to deal lots of damage. He does go for the EQ, so I guess going into Salamence would have been the better play, but that shouldn't do too much. Oh wow, that does way more than I thought it was going to. Holy cannoli, why did that do so much? Are we just sacrificing our X-Cloud here? No, we outspeed, thankfully. And he could potentially get up rocks. Oh, no, he's just going to die. He's just going to go down to the Boom Burst. Okay, good job, X-Cloud. Wow, that did so much damage. And my Crocodile is not, whatchamacallit? It's not invested in attack. Out comes the Scyther, which takes 50%. He obviously outspeeds us. But I don't want to switch out and give him a free opportunity to set up Swords Dances. So I'm not gonna play that game. We're just gonna go for a Boom Burst. If he takes out X-Cloud, so be it. Yeah, he does go for the Aerial Ace. That will be enough with Technician. Goodbye, X-Cloud. Scyther is actually a great thing to carry here on the 6v6 ladder because a lot of people want to bring stupid, silly stuff like Minimized Clefable. It's a big thing. Everybody wants to bring Minimized Clefable. I'm really happy that I haven't run into more of them, actually. So we don't have to worry about Eviolite. So Electro can be a good switch here because a Volt Switch should be enough to take the Scyther out with the with no boost in Special Defense. So that is a thing. That is a thing indeed. Are you going to switch out? No, you're not. And having that Ditto out of the way early on is really a great thing as well. The Scyther's going to go down, so we don't have to worry about Swords Dancing things, and we also don't have to worry about the Scolipede passing boosts into the Scyther, which I was a little bit afraid of. Just saying. I kind of want to go into Feraligatr now. I kind of do. But Gardevoir seems like it could be a good switch as well. I mean, he can very easily just go into the Scolipede and then try to Poison Jab the crap out of me. I mean, maybe he'd be afraid that I was carrying the Psychic. I don't really know. I'm going to go into the Feraligatr. That's just what we're doing, and we can see what he goes into. I don't want to come in with an Intimidate Pokemon in case I have an opportunity to bring one in, because he has a lot of physical attackers. He is going to come in with the Scolipede. So, he's going to take a butt ton due to rocks. Not a butt ton, but a good 25% or so. And I really don't have a switch into this. I mean, I can switch in Salamence. He may just try to protect. I don't really know. I am just going to... well, I don't know that Dragon Dance is the best play, actually. Is he going to protect? Is he going to Swords Dance? I don't know. I'm going to Waterfall you. That is what I'm doing. I'm going to Waterfall you. I mean, you outspeed. Oh, he DC'd. Okay. Alright, well, that was a bit unfortunate. I'm a bit upset about that, actually, because we were going to win that match. But we're going to actually go for another... we're going to count that as a win, because I was going to win that match, definitely. That's just what it is. So, we'll count that as a victory, but we'll have a little bonus battle here. So, our record is, even though we're on episode 14, right? Episode 14? Trying to think. What does that make our record? 11-3. Yeah, so we're on episode 14. Our record is 11-3. And it's going to change again, so it'll add up to 15 games, even though there's 14 episodes. Kind of strange, but that's just what it is. Alright, so we have Greninja, Talonflame, Arcanine, Tyranitar, Jolteon, just stuff all over the place. Pretty cool team. Pretty cool team indeed. Some very common stuff with the Talonflame and Tyranitar and Greninja, but cool nonetheless. So let's see, what do I want to start off with? I don't really know, actually. I kind of want to start off with the X-Cloud and just try to Boom Burst as many things as I possibly can before I go down. But that Tyranitar is an issue because I'm not carrying the Focus Blast. So I kind of want to get up rocks too. But he can lead off with the Greninja, and that's not really what I want in my life. We're actually going to lead off with the Electrode. If he wants to switch into Jolteon, then we'll go from there. But that's what we're doing. We can always switch into Crocodile on the Jolteon because he can't do much to me. His coverage move is usually Shadow Ball. I mean, if he has the Signal Beam, okay, or the HP Grass/Ice, that'll deal a decent amount. But I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. We'll just have to wait and see what Mr. Jack wants to do. What are you going to start off with? We've got our beautiful Electrode here. Look at him smiling. He's all smug. And he starts off with the Greninja, which is great because we outspeed. And I don't know, because we're not carrying choice specs, I don't know that a Volt Switch is enough to take this thing out, to be perfectly honest with you guys. Actually, we're modest. We might not outspeed. That is troublesome. That is really troublesome. Because he's probably timid. I think that... Let's see. Modest Electrode does that. I mean, we're base like 140. I think Greninja might just outspeed us. So I'm actually going to go for a Volt Switch here. So I'm not sure. He is going to withdraw. The Jolteon's probably coming out here. Yeah, the Jolteon is indeed coming out. And I don't know that I want to stay in. I really don't. So I'm thinking that Crocodile is a good switch here. I could stay in Signal Beam, but I would like to be at full HP because we might be able to take a Brave Bird from a Talonflame because we know it's not choice banded, and then KO it, and then also it would be great to just know for sure if that Greninja is going to outspeed, because I don't want to calc it. I guess I could just, run the damage calculator, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Let's bring in the Crocodile here. And yeah, so there goes the Electrode. And are you going to go for an electric type move, or are you going to be a really good player and go for Hidden Power? We get the Intimidate off. That definitely means a lot. No, he goes for the Volt Switch. And I think I want to set up rocks here more than anything else. He's not staying in. So Stealth Rock it is. Yeah, he's going to withdraw. What are you going to go into to take the EQ? What do you have? The Talonflame, the Chestnut. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. As we get rocks up, which is great, because he's going to have to try to bring in... Does he have anything to rapid? I should have noted that. Normally, that's one of the first things I note, is if he has any... Or if my opponent has anything to handle hazards. And a lot of times I mention it even if I don't have hazards on my team, which is kind of silly, but I just do that. I don't know why. I don't know why. So we're going to go into... Let's see. Are you going to Leech Seed? I feel like you're going to Leech Seed. This Gardevoir is not going to like a Wood Hammer if that's what he goes for. And X-Cloud's not going to like a Hammer Arm if that's what he goes for. I don't want to just sacrifice. I mean, both of them are very risky switches. So the safe switch here is to go into Salamence and get the Intimidate off, and it'll just be a good time. It'll just be a good time. There's the Intimidate. Don't go for the Leech Seed. Don't go for the Leech Seed. He goes for the Leech Seed. And I avoid the attack. Oh my goodness, that is unfortunate for my opponent. I have to say that is very unfortunate. Let's go for the Detail here. He might go for it again. I don't know. Or he may... I mean, he probably thinks I'm offensive. To be fair, to be perfectly fair, he thinks that I'm probably offensive. Because why wouldn't you? He's going to withdraw. That's actually perfect to get a Dragon Tail off and rack up some Stealth Rock damage. He's going to go into the Arcanine and get the Intimidate. And he's going to take a good 25%. He's going to have to take 25% again when he comes back in. And my DS is on red, so it would be helpful if I had my Charger around here. And I don't see it. Actually, I do see it. I have to get up in a second to go get it, though. Oh well. So in comes the Chestnut again, and I kind of want to just detail. Because what are you going to do? What are you going to do besides Leech Seed? I mean, I don't see you doing much. I really don't. Unless you have like Stone Edge or something. He's going to Leech Seed us. He's going to connect this time around. And we're going to see the Dragon Tail here in a second. That does connect 2 times in a row, which doesn't happen often, honestly. Dragon Tail's not doing a whole lot because we are intimidated. The Jolteon comes out. And I think we're going to want to switch out here because I was really hoping we would get the Talonflame to come in, but we have not gotten that. So we're going to switch out. And I'm going to go into the... Let's see. Are you going to go for the HP Ice? Because that's going to be super effective on Crocodile. And I don't know that I like that so much. I kind of want to just go out. Oh, we could go for the Volt Switch, though. That's the really tempting thing to go for. That is really tempting. Although I went into Crocodile last time, so I kind of want to go into Gardevoir. But he could have the Shadow Ball. And it's a whole big thing. It's a whole scenario that I don't know that I enjoy. So, you know what? We are going to go into the Crocodile. I'm hoping that we can take 2 HP Ices. And while this turn is going, I'm going to grab my Charger really fast. So, hold on. Alright, so it looks like my opponent went for the Shadow Ball, maybe predicting the Gardevoir to come in, which is not a bad play at all. Not a bad play at all. Now, trying to think, I kind of want to taunt, predicting that Chestnut to come in. But I'm not. I'm going to go for the EQ. Maybe he'll go into the Arcanine. I mean, for the Intimidate, that is a thing. It's possible. It's very possible. No, the Chestnut's going to come in. And he's not going to take anything. Not really going to take any damage from the Stealth Rocks because he resists it. He's not going to take much damage from the EQ either. Well, actually, he kind of took more than I thought he was going to, but we're going to taunt you. You're going to go for the Leech Seed. So I don't want you to do that. I mean, you could go for the Hammer Arm. But no, he goes for Leech Seed. That's all he's been doing. So now the Hammer Arm is probably coming. And we can go into Salamence. I mean, he might switch. To be fair, he might switch. But I'm really afraid of that Wood Hammer. So that's why I don't want to switch in Gardevoir. Or for Alligator, or Exploud. Yeah. It's not like he's burned and I can just, you know, safely switch into whatever I want. So we're going to switch out first. He could still be switching out, but we're faster, so our animation will be first. Salamence is going to come in. We get the Intimidate off. I'm guessing he's switching out. No, he goes for the Hammer Arm, so I'm actually really glad that I went into Salamence here, because that's not going to do much. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. At -1, that doesn't do much at all. His speed is going to fall. So that is the thing. I'm really happy I have the Taunt. I really, really am. Now, he might predict me to go for a... What are you going to predict me to go for? A Dragon Tail, maybe, because that's all I've shown you. I kind of want to Roost, but we haven't lost that much HP, so I'm just going to go for the Dragon Tail here. He is going to withdraw, so the Dragon Tail was the right play to make. We're just racking up entry hazard damage all over the place. He goes into the Arcanine again, which is going to take 25% more plus Dragon Tail damage, and now he needs to get rid of these hazards because Arcanine, if this Dragon Tail connects, which it does, this Arcanine is dead upon re-entry, and it has done nothing. All it's done is come in and Intimidate, and that's it. And the Talonflame is what comes out, too. Oh my goodness, that is terrible. He can try to Willow us if he carries that. But, I mean, I kind of feel like he might try to Brave Bird. Dragon Tail will assure that Talonflame is dead, too, though, so that is really tempting at this point. And I think that's what I'm going to go for. We're going to go for the Dragon Tail. He's going to go for the Roost, which was a good play. Good play because you know the Dragon Tail is coming and you want to ensure that Talonflame survives the switch in again. So good play on my opponent's part. That does a good 25%. And we're going to see the Arcanine come in and we're going to get Intimidated again. So I think we're at -2. But, oh wait, the Intimidate doesn't even go off because Arcanine dies first. So, Arcanine was a big problem. He doesn't have any more Intimidate users. which is great. That's going to be fantastic for Alligator later on. He does still have the Jolteon, which can be an issue. The Greninja's going to come out here, and he takes the rocks damage, of course, but we really don't have much that we can switch into that other than Gardevoir. He's going to go for the Ice Beam, I'm guessing, and we can switch in for Alligator, but we can't just one-shot him with a Waterfall, I don't think. And he can just switch his type and try to scald me and try to get burns, and I don't have a Cleric. It's a whole big thing that I don't like, so we're going into Gardevoir here. We should be able to take an Ice Beam okay, even with the Protean boost, and a Moonblast, he's not really going to like that, and he can't switch in much. I mean, if the Arcanine was specially defensive, then that's unfortunate. We're actually going to get the Protean boost. Oh no. So we can change to Pure Fairy, I guess. And, oh yeah, Ice Beam doesn't do anything. That does nothing. I'm going to Moonblast here, because why not? I see no reason not to. And we're going to lose our Psychic typing, which might actually help us. I don't know. He's going to go for the Dark Ball. Are you going for flinches? You have to know I'm going to go for a Moonblast. That doesn't do that much at all, and we do not get flinched. So we're going to transform into Pure Fairy typing, and Gardevoir is going to take this Greninja out. So another huge threat out of the way. This team was really threatening, I have to say. Greninja and Jolteon and Talonflame, very fast threats. He's got the Intimidate with the Arcanine. I'm guessing it's specially defensive. And then he's got the T-Tar too, which we have not seen yet. So he's probably packing the Shadow Ball, which is what he's going to go for here. So I'm actually just going to Protect to see what he does. Well, no, actually, we're not going to get hit super effectively by the Shadow Ball anymore because we're Pure Fairy. And, oh, and we can make sure that we're immune to those types of moves if we go for a normal type move. But, to be fair, he's better off going for an electric type move anyway. I guess. Let's just, you know what, let's just go for the Protect first. Oh, the match is forfeited. Alright, so he didn't want to have to deal with the fact that his Super OU Pokemon were going to lose. Although, I mean, he had Arcanine and Jolteon. They were not OU at all. But we have 2 forfeits, and I'm counting them both as victories because I'm pretty sure we were going to win both of those. So even though we are on episode number 14, and I said this earlier, and I'm brain farting totally here. Instead of... it should add up to 15 instead of 14. So I guess we're 12-3, right? Because we were 10-3 coming into today's episode, right? So we got 2 victories, 12-3. Yeah, that sounds just about right. If it's not, I'm sorry. It will be correct on the layout, because I can actually look up what the actual record should be. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Apparently, this was just the forfeit sessions. But a lot of fun. We'll do one more episode with this team before we change things up. And yeah, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave it a thumbs up and a comment, all that good stuff. And I will see you for the next episode. But until then, game on.